Meantime, both of our teams are getting ready to hit the floor now. Liman, top seed out here in Chengdu against Beijing West. Liman coming off a 22-11 win over Dungan to start the day. Meantime, Beijing West in earlier action, they ended up falling 19-12 to Dungan to keep their hopes alive. So now Beijing West comes in with their backs against the wall, in need of a win to try to force a three-way tie. That's going to be easier said than done against this Liman team. This is a squad that you've been able to watch. I don't think you've played against them yet, but you've seen this team play over the course of the last couple of years. Could be on a crash course with them in tomorrow's elimination rounds. What makes this Liman team so dangerous?
I think they're effective from all positions. Obviously, they have a really strong individual players, but they play really well as a collective. What I admire about them is they complement each other very well, and they never seem to really deviate from what they do well. They don't get flustered very often. They don't go away from the things that have made them successful. They kind of ride that out and hope for the best result, and they've had a lot of good, really great results. But I think they're a great example for teams that are coming up and teams that are already on the tour too. Is they've identified a style of play defensively and offensively that works for them, and they continue to hammer that home with their guys. And I admire them. I mean, this is the first time I've seen them play with someone, a different player in their rotation. So they've been able to play a ton with 4 guys, and clearly you see the benefit of how that helps you, of just that chemistry and that continuity. And they're nice guys too. They're an easy group to root for when you're not playing against them. So
I would say the same of your team. Yeah, I would say the same of your team. By the way, you're talking about two class squads, but you're absolutely right. They play the right way. You got a shooter like Mr. Robot. You know, it makes things difficult. Also, you know, I think one of the underrated players on the team is Vasic and what he brings to them in terms of controlling the glass defensively and offensively. You know, it's easy to get lost when you got Stojacic shooting the way he shoots from outside. And Kojic, when he's healthy, obviously he's not here now, with him doing what he does as well. So 4-0, just like that. First 45 seconds of the game. Liman, the only team here in Chengdu who has claimed a Masters win this year. They got it done in Utsunomiya. But ever since then, they've been runners-up, losing to Novi Sad Al-Wada in 3 finals. Nice interior pass, but Ratko just lost it out of bounds. And again, depending on how things shake out, you guys could be on a crash course to meet this team. So this may be a scouting opportunity for you.
Yeah, I mean, we've been at a couple of tournaments where they've been to, and we haven't had the chance to play them yet. I mean, I think when you're out here, you want a chance to play against the best teams, and these guys have proven to be right up there with everyone else. So it'd be great if we had a chance to play our first game against them tomorrow.
And there's Maxim. He was coated in the polar bear's toenails to start game 1, but he knocked down a 2 here in their second game in Pool A. And as a result, it's 6-0. Liman all over Beijing West. They seem to set the tempo today. It's been a day of lopsided games. They started things off with a 22-11 beatdown of Dungan. And have really been come out here playing with a purpose. There's Maxim going back to back. He's been watching some Steve Sir highlights. 8-0. I'm guessing, you know, he struggled obviously shooting the ball. His first game, probably a lot of nerves coming in. I'm guessing his teammates talked to him in the back and they said, just play your game. Because he's come out so far in his first minute and a half, he's a lot more comfortable than their opening game.
I think one of the hard things for guys when they first start playing 3x3 is the game's at such a frantic pace that you start to rush certain things that you just don't have to rush. If you have an open shot, you take your shot, but you're used to having to shoot it quick because the game is quick. You could see on his first 2 shots, he just settled down and shot the ball.
And Beijing West still looking to get on the board Not going to happen on that possession. So now Vasic setting up shop. He gets it to Maxim. Maxim. That one he leaves short. A quick move. Stojic is defended, but that's just a case of better offense. Happens from time to time. Beijing West on the board, but again, looking at a 7-point deficit and just 2 minutes of play. Take a look back at the foul. Vasic put the pressure on the D. He'll shoot one. Knocks it down. So it's an 8-point game. So shot clock violation. The rock over to Ratkov and company. He gets it to Stojic. Unselfish team as well. I mean, they pass the ball and get the best look possible in that 12-second shot clock. You talk about not rushing. And that's another, I think, attribute that this team has.
Yeah, you don't see them chasing stats a lot. They just go at what works. Guys take their shots. Guys know what they do well, and they just keep doing it.
Yeah, and even without Stefan Kojic, who, again, is out with a back injury, they haven't missed a beat thus far. And his replacement has been getting buckets to start this one. Got a couple of two pieces under his belt as Liman leads it 10-1. And again, Liman could be #1 on the tour standings. They come in with 450 tour points, could overtake Novi Sad atop the standings with a 4th place finish or better. Stojic, too long on the shot. See what Maxim's defense look like. Strong enough. The rebound underneath, but Mr. Robot comes out of the scrum with it. Ratkov jab step to the rack. I thought he might throw that one down, Steve. Just make it count.
Just make it count. Just put it in the basket.
Just put it in the basket.
Put it in the basket.
11-1. And timeout on the floor. Beijing West, they need to regroup and regroup quick. A 10-point game, just like that. In case you're just joining us, Kyle Montgomery in your ear. But I'm not by myself. I'm joined by Steve, sir. He's joining the broadcast. We've had a few guests join us today. You know, the voice gets lonely from time to time. We got to get some expert basketball analysis from time to time. And who better to do it than our 3x3 pros? Beijing West with a lot of work to do. Free throw good by Tao Liu. Now Liu with the board, kicks it to the corner. And Chu Ye misses off the front of the rim. Mr. Robot, shooter's touch. Oh, nice drive. ZE got it to go, but Stojic, you better watch out. He starts heating up, it could be a long day. 12-point game. And it's Stojic, he had knocked down back-to-back twos, had every right to probably shoot that one as well, but instead he drops it off down low to Vasic. This speaks to that unselfishness.
You gotta like that though, they're working hard under the basket, reward him for getting his position. You're right though, I kind of thought he was gonna pull that one.
You gotta feed the big man. Vasic I'm not sure. I guess he thought he had a teammate out of bounds because he fired that one. No worries though for Liman. 15-3. I doubt they're sweating. Ratkov, Mr. Robot, little bit long. Now Ratkov, he's gonna take a shot himself. Oh, down and out. The recovery defense there, but this Liman team, they tired of finishing second. Finished second in Saskatoon, 5th in Prague, which was their worst finish. Second in Lausanne, second in Hyderabad, 4th in Debrecen. And again, we'll see them again next weekend in Penang. Oh, nice pass, Vasic up and in. This might be a quick broadcast for you, Steve.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be here very long.
It is 16-5.
Yeah, this wasn't the best game to pick if I wanted to stick around very long. I think.
Make that 17-7.
There you go.
There we go. Ziyi finds the mark and a foul. Shout out Ziyi for the hairdo. I'm not sure if those are gray accents or blue accents to match the jersey from here. Ratko. Way short. Then he kicks it. Maxim. No hesitation. Bottoms. 19-7. Oh, taste the rainbow. Ziyi. But I think another case of too little, too late. Beijing West, 6 fouls, no more to give. Timeout on the court. 19-9. So if you're Liman Teslavota here, are you looking to end it with a 2? Or are you looking to get to 20 and then potentially, you know, shoot some 2s to get to 22?
There's been a lot of guys going for 22 today.
Yeah.
I think you kind of just take what you get and see where it winds up. Never hurts to have the extra point.
Yeah. In the case of a tiebreaker, you may need it, but it looks like they're going to run away with Pool A. Vasic called for 3 in the key. Got to get it to him. You got to be quicker than that. So it stays 19-9. Beijing West will have an opportunity to make this thing a little bit more respectable. So they're battling.
Yes, getting a little wild.
Getting a little physical down there. In any case, Tao Liu, they get a chance to shoot 1. Or not. That was called on the floor. So he fooled me. There's a reason why I'm not a 3x3 ref. Oh yeah, yeah. I say a fair amount of contact.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, not much to argue. Yeah.
No argument for Maxim as he'll check out. 3:54 officially on the game clock, but again, Liman Teslavota a possession away from walking out of day 1 unscathed. Saskatoon will have an opportunity to do the same as they'll lace them up with Tachikawa. Looking ahead to that matchup, what do you anticipate seeing from Tachikawa, Japanese squad?
Well, we've only seen them once today,
right.
But they look good. They're quick. They share the ball real well. They seem to all shoot it real well from all their positions. So I got to imagine it'll be a quick game with a fast pace, but should be a good game for people to enjoy.
Maybe a battle of size versus quickness. You guys got the,
we got a little bit more size on them. Yeah.
Definitely a lot more size.
So we hopefully use our advantages.
Game point. Nice move. 20-10. Stojacic trying to end it. Came up short on the shot. Oh, man. Fast and furious. Only to get that. They can taste the leather. 22-11. So Liman reaches the 22-point mark. Consecutive games. They end Beijing West's chances to compete in the quarterfinals. And it didn't even take 10 minutes to get the job done.